Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Factorio. Today is the day we're finally getting into oil. Now I took the liberty of doing some basic maintenance and chores that are not that interesting to have a look at. So I made a little loop on the outside of our main loop here so that we can get to this oil. I made a little train station. I set up some pumps that we need to pump oil into these fluid wagons. I don't have a place for it to go quite yet, so that is something that we need to pick a location for. In the meantime, I also finished putting down turrets by these walls, as well as this little wall over here. And of course, on our western corner, even though this is not being triggered as of yet, we also have turrets and ammunition down over here. So basically right now we are fully covered. And because when you turn on the pollution cloud, we have these two bases almost being triggered. We have this one almost being reached. I think as soon as we start pushing out oil products, there will be a huge increase in pollution, and we might touch some more of these bases. But today it is time to put down some pump jacks. Now we have a bunch of them right here, so we're just going to place them down. Luckily for me, I already have enough pump jacks made to cover basically all the patches. There's no more than this. We need to hook all of these up. So lots of pipes running everywhere. Let's see, I don't want to block too many passageways, but some of these are okay, I guess, to be blocked. We have a bunch of underground belts as well, so we might as well make use of that. We'll hook these ones up like so, and I think with that all of these are now connected except for this one. So we'll hook that one up like so, and then all of these are connected. Yeah, you can now also see with the expansion, you see like the pipes, how they are connected. You see the gray bar, and you can also, they get colored in, which is really nice. Because right now nothing is flowing through them, so it's gray, but later you will see all the different colors of all the different fluids. So that's kind of cool. All right, we are going to set up a little tank area. Alright, so it's going to flow in through here, and then we're going to have it flow out through here. And of course we want to do an underground pipe here as well, because it's just easier that way. And then we need to run power. Not quite. Alright, but it's time to run power down to all of these locations. And as you can see, well, okay, now it's white, I guess, but it's lighter gray than before, I think, or maybe that's just an illusion. Maybe that's just the color for this, I don't know. But we now have crude oil being produced. I also, by the way, upgraded our steam power to include even more steam engines, because this is a hungry process, but now we are good to go for a little while. And we have oil processing finished, which means we can start researching plastics, which is the first thing I want to do. And then I guess, well, for plastics we are also going to need some other things maybe. But after that we'll do advanced circuits, because I really want to get to bulk inserters. So we'll get that one up next. Alright, then of course we need to pick a location for this oil to go. Now, oil processing is a huge undertaking. It is enormous. We need a lot of space for it. So I don't want to do it here, I don't think. I think I want to do it up here somewhere. We actually need water access as well, so maybe we can do it up here in this location. We already have some power poles running over here, so that is cool. all I need to do is I need to put more rail signals along this railroad track, and then we can make a split off at the junction further on as well. And then you'll see me in just a second. Alright, we have a station set up. The train is running, it will arrive any second, and there it is. In fact, we're going to unload some crude oil into these tanks, and then we are going to set up a refinery here. I already made several, but this is not going to be enough, but I didn't have enough materials left to make any more, so we'll just have to make do. Yeah, we're just going to make a bunch of these in a row, and like with this, the absolute key is just to make sure that you leave enough space for everything, because you need to expand, and that is of course key for anything you do in Factorio. You always need more room than you think, way more. So if you think, oh, like 5, that is quite a lot, it really isn't. But that is all we can make for right now. We are finished with all of our researches up until this point. We could do inserter capacity bonus, because then inserters can grab not just one item but 2 items, and that speeds things up just a little bit more, which is really nice. We could do modular armor. For that we need steel plates and advanced circuits, but we are not to the point of advanced circuits quite yet. Ooh, mining productivity, that one is actually more important than inserter capacity. Mining productivity basically gives extra resources from an iron patch, and I don't know exactly that if we select this gives 10% more. So for every 10 iron ore, for example, that you take out of the ground, you get a 1 for free. That doesn't deplete the patch, which is incredible. That is really good, and the more you get this, you know, the better it will be, because yeah, you can just get free resources for everything that you do. Alright, so we are going to set up a basic system. Later on we are going to have to add water to this, but as of right now we have not unlocked water yet. Oh well, the process that requires water is what we have not unlocked yet. Of course we can use water, that is no problem whatsoever, but yeah, for now we can only get one particular resource. Let's see, let's pull this over here. Like so. Now we have access, and of course we are going to need power, so we'll put a big power pole there so that now we can produce petroleum gas. And of course petroleum gas needs a place to go as well, so we are going to have to make some storage space here for everything. Basically we have 3 types of fluid that is going to eventually come out of these, so we also need to see here, you can see that like this is purple now. Later on this will have another color, and that is going to have another color, and I wonder if we can go to that really fast. Like, what do we need? To progress to, what is it called? There is a word for it. Advanced oil processing, which is, I thought it was fracking or cracking, but that is also stuff that you unlock, but for that we need blue science packs, so that is going to take a little while. We are going to need several types of things for that, and right now we don't have it. Right, so we have these things, we have some storage tanks that we could build. Let's build it around this height. We'll leave maybe some space. Let's do like here, I suppose. Later on we will expand this. We're going to fill up this little bit of water, and then we're going to run tanks out like very long, and probably double to what we have here. But yeah, right now that's not an option. There we go. Hook it up. And now we have petroleum gas coming in. Now, what is the first thing that we need to do with petroleum gas? We need to make plastic bars. For that we need coal. coal is something we do not have up here yet. We also need to make chemical plants. I need more steel plates and iron gear wheels, etc, etc. Yeah, we'll put some lights down in here as well, because lights are life. And I'm going to set up all of that, and then you'll see me in just a second. Alright, well, we have coal coming in. We have this train which is going to go down towards our coal outpost. It is going to pick up some cargo, and then it is going to bring it over here where we will unload it, and then we're going to, yeah, use it, basically. Yeah. Alright, well, we are going to build a lot more storage tanks, because storage tanks are basically a limiting factor to when it, yeah, based on what you want to do. Where are we going to make, because what did we need? We needed petroleum gas and coal. So we have those two things, and I want to be able to keep this expandable. So I guess we need to bring it off in a different direction. Maybe we start production over here, and later on we can destroy cliffs, and we'll only be able to do that after we reach Volcanus, which is where we unlock the technology to do that. But yeah, for now, let's say that we want to make that stuff right about here. Right, we'll have 5 over here. We'll set this to plastic. Right, yeah, that requires those two things. Of course, we need to have some pipes set up. Connect all of this. I may not have enough pipes, just and I don't have iron plates enough to make more, so we're going to have to yeah, get some of those again later. That is annoying, but hey, we'll manage. Alright, so then we have an output on this side. We'll have like a little conveyor belts like so, and then we'll have everything go out in the center. And then of course, yeah, we're going to repeat this on this side. But I don't have the materials necessary to finish this build, so I'll get that and I'll be right back. Also, oh, we finished inserter capacity and the other thing. What do we want? Sulfur processing, I suppose. Yeah, sulfur processing, and that leads also to chemical science packs, which is the next tier of research. So very, very important indeed. And with this, plastic is now a fact of life. We can start using this to produce different materials. So that is really, really nice. But what do we need exactly? Still, we need what we were making. I lost my train of thought. There's so many things to keep track of in the game. What were we doing? We need chemical science packs. For that we need it. We need it for advanced circuits. I think, yeah, advanced circuits should be the next thing that we make, I guess. Well, let's do this, and we'll see what is necessary for the science pack, because that is also really important. Yeah, so we have that set up. I doubled the amount of storage that we can have. We have an input over here, an output over there, and then we bring this down towards the production. Yeah, so we need plastic bars for advanced circuits, which means we need another train station for taking away the plastic here, and we'll bring that down over here somewhere. With chemical science now complete, what else could we, well, what do we need for chemical science? We need sulfur, we need advanced circuits, and we need engine units. Alright, so we need to make sulfur as well. For that we need water and petroleum gas as well. And yeah, we wanted to get to cracking, which unfortunately is yeah, locked behind chemical science. So we need to make sulfur next. For that we need chemical plants. We'll need 10 of those at least, I think. And then petroleum gas and water. And we need to put that, I guess, maybe over here on that side. So we can expand plastic to the left and we can expand that to the left. I think that will be okay. Because we already have the petroleum gas coming over here. Right, so let us have a look. So bring it up a little bit like so, and then we will have sulfur. So for that we need water and the other input. So we need two different things for that. Two different pipes that cannot interconnect in any weird ways. But that's okay, it's not too difficult, we know how to do this. This is absolutely fine. Right, we'll do it like so. And this actually lines up perfectly now, which is really nice. So we'll connect up all of these pipes. Now of course we need an offshore pump, which we can hook up right there. And then we can bring the water over as well. Yeah, basic stuff, not too difficult. Okay, sulfur production is now also set up. I had to clear a bit of a path with grenades here to get access to the water, but I also took the liberty to quickly set up a train station. For that I had to kind of make an extension here so that the train could actually reach over. And then I also made another train station for plastics down here. So both of those things are now loaded up and can be taken to wherever we want them to be taken. Which is somewhere closer in the factory, but we need to find a good solution for it. Yeah, we definitely need, like, look at that. We need to bring this up to 60 seconds at least. There we go. Because it takes a long time to unload this cargo. Right, look at that. Like, that is slow. And of course we only have like 4 arms going right now, but oh, that reminds me. Let's do inserted capacity bonus research. We need to start that up, because that means that now instead of 1, these guys will be able to grab 3 out of this thing, which really speeds up our everything, really. Alright, let's have a look at red computer chips. Alright, I figured out a nice location to start doing all of the smelting and all of that, because I want to make the computer chip production completely separate from our main factory. Like, this is just going to be basically like the mall, where we produce all the things that I need to actually build a factory at a proper scale. So what I want to do is I want to make some train stops here on the top of this, in between, so that here we can start unloading all of the products that we need. And then I'm going to have a smelting stack for iron as well as copper. We're going to turn all of that into copper cables, and then into computer chips, and then in red computer chips, and so on. So I've been clearing some space with hand grenades, but what we need to do now is we need to start turning this area into a bunch of train stops. So yeah, we'll have some here, and then we'll connect this one up like that, and then we'll just have like row after row after row, just like that. Alright, well, it took some effort, but I have 5 train stations set up actually. 1 to import iron, 1 to import copper, 1 to import sulfur, 1 for plastic, and finally 1 for coal at the top. Because at the bottom here I put down a bunch of smelting stacks, which are now waiting for resources. So, first of all, we can start these guys up and running. This one is at plastic production, so let us, let's see, plastic production, and then it's going to go towards plastic input. Here it is going to wait for full cargo, time passed, or inactivity, set to ore. Here it is going to wait until it has empty cargo, time passed, or inactivity. The refueling I already put in there. We'll set it to automatic, and off it goes. Now it's going to go the long way around, and I do need to do something about that. but for right now, it's okay, I guess. Sulfur production, we're going to add no, it already had one, sorry. Brain fart. We have sulfur production, and then it is going to go towards sulfur input. So here, the same. It's going to wait for full cargo, time passed, or inactivity. There it is going to wait until it has an empty cargo, it has time passed, or it has inactivity. With refueling there, we'll set that to automatic, and this one now also starts on its way. Now this one is low on fuel already, so the first thing it's going to do is it's immediately going to go to a refueling station. Which is great. This is kind of why I built this loop here, so that they could come in here with resources, deliver it, and then go down, and then they would be able to go to the refueling before going back out onto the track and getting resources from somewhere. Right, so the iron ore mine guy, this train can go to the iron ore mine, and it is going to go to iron ore input chips. Now the same thing here, it is going to have a where is it? Full cargo, time passed, inactivity. It's so weird, like sometimes I automatically go to the right place and sometimes I just have to look forever to find what I need. It's like I have the motor instinct, like motor skill instinct or whatever, but then somehow, sometimes it just refuses to work. Right, so this one can now go as well, and just like the other one, this one only has 34 coal, so it is immediately going to go to a refueling station, and then it is going to go to the iron ore mine down here. What we don't have, however, is a train station for copper. So that is another thing that we need to set up. Meanwhile though, we have the coal input. We're going to add a station for that one. We're going to go for the coal outpost, and then we're going to go towards the coal input for chips. Here it is going to be a full cargo, time passed, or inactivity. Here it is going to have an empty cargo, or time passed, or inactivity. There we go. I should set this to OR, should add the interrupt, and then we'll go and set it to automatic. And this one I had to put in some wood, so yeah, it's looking for coal, so it is of course immediately going to go towards the refueling station. Look at that. Awesome. It's just there and it's just being loaded up. That is perfect. Alright, so we will have iron ore coming in here pretty soon. We already have sulfur coming in and we have plastic coming in. This we actually do not need, because we only have the one sulfur wagon, so that is fine. Can get rid of that. Yeah, so then we need to set up a copper ore mining patch. Could do it over here, it's very close, that's kind of, it feels kind of weird. But I guess we could leave the copper one alone for now. And just set up a patch to drill here. And then when that patch runs empty, we can set up a different one and we can have the train start running. But for now, we could do it without. Alright, so we need some big electrical poles as well. I'll set this up and then you'll see me again in a second. I'm jumping ahead in time just a little bit. We have red computer chips set up. I figured, you know, I should set this up properly. So what we have done is like, yeah, we're bringing in all of the materials that we want, right? We have some copper mines set up here. We're bringing them over and splitting them across all of these stacks, and something is wrong here. Yeah, they're going the wrong way. There we go. I messed it up somehow. I'm not sure why, because it has been working as evidenced by all the copper ore already in there. That is very, very strange. But yeah, we have several stacks of smelting set up and all running. And then I actually built a lot of, of copper wire assemblers. A real lot. Because yeah, I figured then I would set up the green computer chips really quick, because like yeah, setting this up is not the most interesting thing, especially because I already did it earlier on in another part of the factory. So I just kind of continued doing that by myself. But then yeah, we needed extra copper cables. So I have copper cables coming on this side and on that side and on that side, so that these machines have access to at least 2 sources of copper cable, so they can get that very quickly, and hopefully it takes away the stress off of this belt. But then yeah, I have this one running in the center of these 2 blocks, and then I have the same on that side. But then we have 2 more belts that continue down, and they are continuing into our red computer chip factory, where we are also, you know, putting in the green computer chips, as well as the plastic, which is coming from all the way up here by the trains. So with that, we now have all of the things actually necessary to make chemical science. I don't know if our engine unit production is sufficient or not, but yeah, we'll find out, I guess. But for now as well, what I want to do is, of course, I want to get some of this sweet stuff for myself, because yeah, we can use it to get the next armor tier, which is really good. And I think we still need to research it, because all of this time, yeah, I want you to see what I'm researching and when and so on. So the research has actually been standing still. So we're going to do research modular armor, which should be relatively fast. Yeah, I'm getting some of this stuff for my own use as of right now, because yeah, lots of good stuff is made with this. Alright, so then I figure we should probably put in a train station to bring the red computer chips from here to our main factory. Or we could, yeah, we could run a belt as well, I suppose. But that is kind of the shit way of doing things, you know? Like, I like my I like my trains. We could run a track from over here in between here and then bring it all the way over here. We could load it up and then they could follow that track all the way around. I think that's the way to do it. But on the other hand, actually, I need to say, we are bringing sulfur over here, and that is also necessary for the science packs, as well as the engine units, which we are making down here. So right now we have sulfur here, computer chips there, and engines here. The logical place to bring those things together would be around here, I guess. Yeah, but it's a bit far. I'm not sure what to do, because I don't remember why I brought the sulfur up here, actually. I'm not sure why I did that. I don't know what we needed for. Well, we needed to make different... at some point we needed to make different oil products as well, I think. So this sulfur input here is actually kind of useless. But by now we have a lot of it in here, which is kind of unfortunate. So we kind of need to do something with that. Yeah. I didn't think that through. Alright. We have new armor. Let us make modular armor and then research something else. We need to create batteries. Portable solar panels would be good, because in the modular armor we can actually put gear. So we then research batteries, and when we have batteries research, we can make personal batteries as well, which is what we really need to put in our armor slots. So let's set all of those things up. Meanwhile, let me double check. Yeah, they have not expanded. That is weird. They should be expanding, but they're doing so very slowly. But I'm not complaining. Man, what do I do? How do I bring this stuff together? The sulfur input. We could make it up here as well, the science pack, and then ship that in here. You know what? I think that is what we're going to do. I think it's the easier way. Alright, I set up 2 quick stations. We have one over here to pick up the red computer chips, and then we have another one over here to pick up the engines. And I dragged a rail all the way out here, and this already speeds up some of the trains considerably, because now I think this one is going down to the iron ore mine, but some of these are actually skipping down over here now, like this one bringing coal. So it saves them the travel time that they have to go through down here, and they can just more quickly skip through and continue to where they need to be. But now, of course, we need to bring these 2 trains up here so we can make another 2 stations, and then we will start producing stuff over here. And we just gained another 2 stations. We are slowly building up the number. Anyway, we need to set these trains up. So we have the red chip pickup train, which is going to, of course, have the red chip in. First of all, let's say the red chip pickup, and then it's going to have the red chip input. Here it is going to wait for a full cargo, time passed, or inactivity. Here it is going to wait for an empty cargo, time passed, or inactivity. And of course we're going to add the refuel interrupt. I'll set that one to go. Let's send it on its way. Then the next one is here at the engine pickup. So we have to look for the engine pickup, and then the engine input, which is the one that we just put down here. At the pickup, we of course will wait for a full cargo, time passed, or inactivity. And here it is empty cargo, time passed, or inactivity. And of course we need to add the interrupt, and then this one can be on its way as well. Send it to its engine pickup, just like that. We have the red computer chips here, and also we finished researching all of these things. One thing I could research is belt immunity equipment. It's kind of nice to have. Night vision equipment can be kind of useful as well, but it's kind of large, I think. But we'll research it, because why not? Energy shield equipment we can research as well, because that one is actually the real MVP here. That one is super useful. But yeah, of course, to research all the equipment that, or the stuff that comes after this, we need to set up the science lab stuff. So actually I need a bunch more grenades, because we have so many trees here, and I'm not going to clear this by hand. So all right, we have some space. No, we could use a little bit more, I suppose. Trying to throw this in a way that I don't damage the tracks, because then I need to repair them, and that's very annoying. Anyway, yeah, we have some space here. So I think what we want to use for this one is the blue assembling machines. Meanwhile, we have researched belt immunity equipment. We'll build night vision. We'll build some energy shields. What I'm really needing to build though is personal batteries, because otherwise I cannot use that stuff at night, and that is an issue. So for that we need some more oil products, but that is definitely not going to be this video. But the last thing we'll do today is the productions of the science. I think I don't know how many of these I need. So we'll just start with a block of 10, and then we'll go from there. We'll keep this expandable, of course, and then we'll see. But we need several of each, I guess. So we'll have double inputs in the center, and I guess double lanes at the outer side as well. And then we'll build this up. Wow, production of this is certainly exceedingly slow. So I think we need to double what we're doing here. Yeah. This is definitely not enough. So we will expand. Well, it took a little while, but we managed to fix it all up. And I think at this point this should be enough to to run the science for us. So let's see if we can. That is okay. That's too far for an underground belt, unfortunately. So we'll have to. Ooh, holy crap! All right, that was very close. All right, we'll drawing this along here, and then I was thinking of going down by the lake So if I have a look, that would be right around here, I guess. We'll hook it up like so. We'll go around the bottom of the lake. Now you just may have noticed how much the lighting just changed, and that is because I have put some things into my equipment grid, including night vision, and that was on during the day, but I don't have personal batteries. So yeah, nothing much is happening with that as of right now. Because yeah, without batteries I cannot store power. And if I cannot store power, well, you can figure it out. There's just no way for me to keep this stuff running. Alright, that is blue science hooked up. So we will be able to start researching some more advanced stuff. Braking force, for example, lab research speed, that might be a nice one. Yeah. More bullet damage and stuff like that. Also not a bad idea. But that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.